I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I love those artsy, picture perfect daily vlogs that people are putting up on TikTok. I love them, but it's just not me. I learned what content style I can thrive on, and that's what I do. But what about you? Do you know your go-to content style? I'm gonna walk you through a simple exercise that's exactly how I discovered it for myself and the exact same process I do with my clients and with the brands I've worked with. First of all, we need a paper and pen, so let's go get that. All right, I got mine. I hope you have yours and we can begin. We're gonna start off drawing two lines, one vertical, one horizontal, and they intersect in the middle. Just like this. Super simple. Now here comes probably the hardest part. You're gonna pick two qualities that your brand, your future brand, what you want your brand to have. This is the moment to be completely honest with yourself, because this exercise isn't going to work if you just say random things. So for example, it can be something like your price point, how you deliver it, your customer service, where you're located, the type of service you provide, just two qualities that make you stand out completely. There's some of you that know I'm a car lover. I worked in the industry for a couple years, so here's an example that I love to use. Let's say we have Toyota, right? That's our brand, or Mercedes. You can pick whichever one you like. Now, these two brands are very different. Their qualities would be very different. Maybe for Toyota, we would pick reliable and at a good price point. For Mercedes, we can pick something like luxury and many different options. Like the car has many features. You know what I mean? So you have these two different brands with two different qualities. Now, this is why picking your quality is super important, because yes, these two are very similar at the end of the day, right? They're cars, they get the job of a car done. But let's say that Mercedes picks something like, we have a good engine. Yes, you do, but that's not like one of the primary reasons why your brand stands out, right? That could be very similar to something that Toyota picks. So really narrow down onto what makes your brand stand out and why people would prefer you over your competitors. Now, once you have those two qualities down, we are going to jump into the competitors. You're going to do the same exact thing, and you're going to pick two competitors. Now, this is also super important that you're being realistic. Don't pick competitors that are far out in advance from where you are today. And also don't pick competitors that are maybe a few years behind you. Pick somebody that's really at your same standpoint and that might even have the same exact qualities as you. So if an audience were interested in buying whatever it is you offer or learning from whatever it is you teach, who are different people that they could get it from, right? And maybe to the audience, it seems like all these people are on the same page. Find those two competitors and let's get ready for the next step. Now, here is where the fun comes in. You're going to place each of your qualities on one of the lines. So one quality goes on the horizontal line and the other on the vertical line. Let's say in my case, two qualities that I picked that make my brand stand out can be bilingual and interactive. So I'll put one on the horizontal line and then the other on the vertical line. The honesty in this exercise isn't going to stop. So it's time to put on your honest pants and position yourself amongst these two lines. It's important that you are honest with yourself. I can be like, yeah, I'm the most bilingual person out there and my content is the most interactive that exists. And honestly, that wouldn't be helpful for the exercise. So place yourself where you are actually at. Yes, my content is bilingual, but I can always improve. I'm not super bilingual on Instagram. I do mostly in English, as you guys know. And my content, it's interactive, but that's something that I can definitely improve. So I'm gonna place myself right here. After you place yourself on the map, we're going to place the two competitors that you picked on the same graph. So ask yourself, for example, Is Toyota this and that, whatever two qualities you picked? Is Mercedes this and that? All right, so let's say that Ann Smith, right? She's my competitor. She's also bilingual and her content is super interactive, so I'm placing her all the way up here. And then my next competitor, Bob Smith, he's like starting to get into different languages and his content is not as interactive as mine. So I'm gonna put him right here. Once you're done, this is something you should hang up, take a picture of, keep by your side. Oh, and while you're taking a picture, go ahead and snap it on Instagram stories and tag me so I can see. But definitely, this is something that you always want to be looking at, especially when you're creating your content. Having this exercise is gonna allow you to do these 3 things. Number 1, stay in your lane. If I know that my content is this and this, or if my brand stands out because I'm A and B, then I know that making picture perfect vlogs aren't necessarily the best way for me to put out my content and stand out from the crowd, right? And that leads us to number 2. Knowing these things are going to allow you to become known for what you're actually good at. Mercedes and Toyota could both have picked good engines, but is that necessarily what their audience wants each of them for? Not really, right? They want each of them for a different reason, even though at the end of the day, these are both cars that are getting the same job done. And last but not least, number 3, it's going to let content do its job, which is actually fuel your brand, fuel your business, fuel your project. Because if you know exactly the style of content you're creating, exactly what you're good at, boom, 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 it increases your awareness and gets those eyeballs exactly where you want them to be. Oh, you like this exercise, right? And there's even more coming along. So as you guys know, I'll see you right back here on this same exact channel next time. Bye-bye.
We about to make it happen. So